in many ways, it's a big rule. It's the three stays. Stay hydrated, stay inside or in the shade to the extent possible, and stay alert.
Another scorcher in Montreal as the heat wave continues. Temperatures could hit more than 40 degrees with the humidity Thursday. Now imagine if you can't get indoors and you live on the streets. For people experiencing homelessness, weather extremes can be particularly difficult.
It gets pretty hot out there. I stayed out there for 3 years, you know. It wasn't fun. People choose, and most of them go down by the water. They swim in the water and all that. That's about it.
We've got to keep an eye out for them. They're behaving in a certain way, if they're intoxicated, if they're not themselves, and are exposing themselves to the sun and the humidity, they could be in great danger.
One of the challenges is some of the homeless population, there's a significant degree of mental health. And also, with some members of the population, there can be addiction as well. And so what that means is sometimes there isn't a great degree of self-awareness. They are not always able to look out for themselves.
Tonight in Montreal, there'll be about 4,000 homeless people. That's an estimate. We'll have better numbers this fall once the street count numbers come out, of which about a quarter are people living in absolute homelessness, visibly living out in the streets, living in the parks, living under the bridges, 1,000 people. So that's 1,000 Montrealers who may not have access to water easily, who may not have access to shade or an inside facility.
The problem is the housing. What they need to do is build more housing. They have the areas where they could do it.
Advocates say use your best judgment. If you see someone in obvious distress or they're not breathing, call 911. If they need water, give them some. Both Old Brewery Mission and Resilience Montreal provide outreach services during extreme weather like this. For example, going around and giving out water to those in need. But even with that, Chapman says there are limitations.
But they can't be everywhere all at once. We're occupied with services within our resource at 4000 St. Catherine West. Simply, and that's just a reality of the fact that not only us, but other community organizations in the region are struggling when it comes to finding staff.
In Montreal, Swidda Rassy, City News.